If you missed part 1 of our heater install, be sure to click the link in the top right corner to catch up. In this episode, we pick up right where we left off in that one. A tropical storm came through. Hurricane Zeta hit the coast and continued on, was a tropical storm once it hit us. So we had buckets of rain landing on us and high winds that knocked down a bunch of tree limbs. We're gonna get onto the van and finish up hooking up the gas line and the electrical, and hopefully get the remote and all that installed today and test out that heater. Before we do, just an FYI. European kits such as those from Hitso normally will not carry a North American warranty. Buying from a certified US distributor will give you support from Webasto if you need it. A DIY install will not void the warranty like many videos before me have said. Keep that in mind when you are thinking about saving a little bit of money on your heater purchase. I hope this video gives you the confidence you need to install a Webasto heater in your van. I'm not a certified installer, so this video is for informational purposes only and should not take the place of professional advice. Thanks for watching. So this piece here is an intake tube. This metal one is the exhaust hose. So I am going to have that run here. There are a couple of holes in the van underneath this pillar here. I'm actually going to go ahead and put one of those plus nuts or cross nuts in right here, and then there's a clamp, a P-clamp that will hold this in place, and then we'll have the exhaust go straight down at the ground, which is what they're supposed to do, and have it right at the edge of the van so that it's going outside of the van, not underneath it. So this other one will be opposite. I have a couple of these P-clamps with rubber on the inside. I am actually going to put those on the bolts that we have from the bottom of the that's holding in that plate to the bottom of the van. There's quite a bit of bolt that's left hanging down from there, so I'm going to go ahead and use these to route that away from the hot exhaust pipe and make sure it's going further back that way of the van. So that'll definitely help out there. The dog's just kind of puppy feed, it sounds like. So I'm gonna go ahead and see that I can't get that routed there. All right, from up underneath, these are where the bolts are. So this P-clamp I will just have sitting like that, and then it'll route that hose away from the exhaust, and then it will go down, and it has this clamp here that sticks into, it'll just stick into that hole. You can already see it there. So there you go. And then this muffler piece on the end of that will just hang right in there. And then this kind of will just snake down and around so that it'll keep it nice and in place. For that exhaust, here are those holes here. And so this will basically run straight out, down there, and terminate right there. So that's that P-clamp that will go into that plus nut hole. And then we'll just have to clean up this wire getting into this electrical piece and the rubber tube there for the gas line. And we'll just make sure that to route them away from this metal. And actually I will probably put some heat shrink or heat wrap around it just so that there's no issues with any of that getting too hot. Well guys, I messed up. I was cutting off the gas piece. I used those shark bite tube cutters, set them down, went to grab the scissors to cut open the wires because I was going to cut those off and then try to get them to cut to size. I grabbed the shark bite pipe cutters, sliced my finger open pretty bad. It was bleeding terribly. So rushed inside to get a band-aid on it, to clean it up and stuff, put some Neosporin on it and all that. Came back out here, crimped on the first connector. There are these little plastic quick connects that they have. Crimped on one, went to find the other one, and I know I had taken it out and I thought I put it back in the little package that I had brought out here with me, and I can't find it. So basically wasted about a half hour getting my finger all cleaned up, and now wasted about an hour and a half trying to find it, and it is now almost dark. I can't even see under the van when I'm under there. So I'm gonna pack everything up. Hopefully with fresh eyes tomorrow I can find that piece. Otherwise we're gonna have to decide on possibly just butt connecting them, because this project's got to get done. We are leaving for the Midwest in the next couple days, and if we don't have a heater, it's cold, so it's not going to be pleasant at all. Yeah, hopefully I find it. Otherwise, like I said, we can just do some butt connectors. We just won't have a quick connect in the middle. That's how it goes. We'll see you tomorrow. Burr, it is a cold one today. I've been looking around for that piece and have not found it, so I think we're just gonna have to butt connect the wires all together. So basically it's putting one wire in one side, the other wire in the other side of a butt connector. So I don't think I have to show you that, but I'll kind of give you a rundown after I've finished everything up. So once I get all that done, I'll make sure the wire and the gas line are all routed so that they're not getting close to the muffler. I do have some of that heat shield stuff, so I'll probably put that around as like a protective wrap for everything. And once I'm done, like I said, I'll show you everything under there, and then we'll get in the van and finish hopefully getting the electrical all lined up so that we can test that this thing works. Cut out the connector piece that was on there and did a butt connector to the two wires. The one to the pump has no polarity, so it doesn't matter which wire goes to which, but I use these butt connectors for the size wire that goes in and out of them, and it also does the heat shrink. So as you can see like the black in there. So this is a watertight seal when you use these ones, and I'm actually going to put another strip of heat shrink over it. Actually, it's hiding in this little pipe there, but I'll have that so that everything is covered. And I'm gonna go ahead and put another piece of loom over this and make sure that everything is safe and all buttoned up nicely. And I'll probably put some electrical tape around it as well. Coming over this way, I did put that heat shrink or heat shield wrap on the gas. This is the gas one, and then this is the electrical wire here. I ended up routing them a little bit differently than I originally were going to do both going this direction, but I figured the connection was safer over here than doing it here since the muffler is not far. And so it was easier to make sure everything was kosher right here. So I'm going to go ahead, get that loom, get that tape on, and then we'll head inside and see if we can't figure out hooking up the controller. So I got the wiring harness out. So the first thing, it has this connector here that we connect in.
So on here we've got a couple of ring terminals, which are down here on this end. This is going to be the end that hooks to your battery. Got some ring terminals, your positive and negative on your battery, followed by the fuse holders for your circuit protection. You put your fuses in there. We've got your main plug. This is the plug that plugs into the heater. You take the little door off the top of the heater. This little guy right here, you see this shaped opening here fits perfectly to that shaped grommet right there. So you put that guy in there, plug it into your heater. And then your other connector is going to be this guy right here. This is the connector that's going to connect to your heater controller, the dial where you control the temperature. That's really about all there is to it, to the wiring, guys. The rest of it is just a matter of running it through your vehicle in a way that is acceptable to you.
In a future video, I'm going to do the high altitude adjustment. It's something that you do with that rheostat controller that we have on there right now. As well, I am going to purchase a new wire harness because this doesn't work with the one we have, and so we'll put that in there. And then I will run down my electrical setup because I'm going to have to adjust some things. All right, guys, moment of truth. I did notice, well, I was having that issue getting this cap back on in the back. And I did notice that when we screwed it down, it was sitting on the edge of the floor. And it was starting to worry me that that would be putting pressure on it somehow. So I went ahead and took the Sawzall and oscillator and figured out cutting out the corners. It was pretty tough back here with the wall. Sorry I didn't put a time lapse on for it at all, but I'm sure you understand how that process went. Just basically cut out a piece and was able to cut out the edge and just slide it right out, so there was no issue there. But let's see. Let's go ahead and fire it up and see what it does. Sounds like a fan is spinning. There's a little bit of air coming out of it. I'm listening to try to hear if I hear the fuel pump kicking in. Oh, can you hear that in the background? The fuel pump is starting to pump. I've heard that usually it takes 2-3 times before it will kick in because the fuel has to get all the way, through the line. But it's starting to push out a little bit more than it was. Still just cold air though. Still hasn't shut off or given me a red air or anything like that, so you can hear underneath. I guess I'm not seeing. Oh, now it just shut off. I can't tell. It definitely looks like there's more color in there than there was before, so it looks like fuel must have been pulling it in. Well, the fan is definitely slowed down now, so I wonder if that's going to give me an error. I can hear the fuel pump kicking in again. Second time that it is picked up speed. I have it on full blast for the dial here. Whoa, really picked up. Still cold air though. Oh, it just flashed. I think usually when it gives you that flash, I think it's one of those airs that you're supposed to turn it off, and now it's still running while it's turned off. Let's go to the Google. So I had a flash once, flash 5 times, flash once, flash 5 times. I'm pretty sure that's the fuel air, so I just turned it off. It ran for a little while, I'm guessing the cool down cycle, and now it just shut off again, so we'll go ahead and try it again. There we go, the fuel pump is pumping again. Still just cold air, going really, really slow. Picking up speed. Still currently just cold air. Still got a green arrow currently. Oh, there's a fuel pump again. Sounds like something's burning. Still feels fairly cool. Oh, we got warm air. Woohoo! Yep, it's pumping out warm air. Also smells like burning, so I'm gonna go check below. Well, it is the exhaust that I'm smelling, and it's probably because this window is open. So we got warm air pumping out. Heck yeah! It is so exciting to have heat in the van. We actually are leaving on a 2-week trip to the Midwest, where right now it has been in the 20s and snowing. So we definitely needed to get that project done, and I'm very glad that we did. If you like this one, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell to be notified as we post new content. We will have a lot more coming your way. We are hitting that home stretch, so the van will be finished before we know it. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.